Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky, little boxes on the hillside, and they all look just the same.
You want to control your life, but life isn't a science experiment. You can't contain your world forever. Try doing one thing that scares you over break, okay?
Yeah. This serves as an entry voucher
for Minos escape rooms.
Be the first to escape our most immersive room yet.
And win $1 million.
So, when does the game start?
I think this is the escape room. We should look for clues.
What are we looking for here?
Anything that looks like a puzzle or a code. It looks like an oven dial. That looks real.
It's kind of warming up in here.
Excuse me. We'd like our hit now, please.
Well, that's creepy as hell.
Is it getting hotter?
How do we get out of here?
It's Fahrenheit 451. Got it!
Talk about immersive.
What's wrong with you? That was real.
Whoa. Dumb question. Are we outside? The sooner we get this figured out, the sooner we get the hell out of here.
Who would do this?
Little boxes on the hillside, little boxes made of ticky-tacky,
They're watching us. They know every move that we're making.
There's a blue one.
They knew everything about us.
And a blue one.
This is my hospital bed.
Me too.
They're all
They made these rooms for us.
Have you ever seen things that weren't there before?
I am not imagining this.
Surviving is a choice.
I want out. You let me out of here now.
That's why they chose us.
and they all look just the same.
Prior to your agent calling you and telling you about escape room, had you done an escape room before?
No.
One.
So he's an expert.
One, yes.
He knows all
In
about
the 57 minutes it took me to get out, I'm an expert. And you only get to do them for an hour. You only get 60 minutes before they kick you out. So, but no, I had only done one.
Yeah. But as we said, I think that actually ended up kind of working in our favor because most of our characters in the film were not experts at escape rooms. We're really following Danny, Nick's character's lead at that point.
Okay, so I'm watching this movie and I'm thinking, you go home and sometimes you go to bed, you start having work dreams. Mm-hmm. So do either of you have the escape room dream and be like, I gotta get out of the escape room?
I had some dreams, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I had some dreams.
Really?
Yeah.
From being on set, or were you really?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they're always mixed between I don't know my lines,
right.
They're gonna fire me, and also where's the clue? So yeah, all kinds of anxiety flying around in there.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought about rooms every single. You would go home, but we were also it's interesting because in some ways, it was art imitating life imitating either way, because we were six strangers who had never met before, completely different backgrounds, who were all sent to Cape Town, South Africa to shoot this movie. And then you have these six characters who have also never met before, completely different backgrounds, who all are sent to this escape room to compete for $10,000. So in some ways, there was always a bit of art and reality happening at the exact same time.
Well, and even the creation of a movie is such a collaboration. Yeah. So just an hour trying to work out, especially with six characters in a room, you all want to be active and present every single moment, but that's not always accounted for in the script because they're following the plot thread. So to kind of collaborate with each other and say, okay, well, while that story's going on here, hey Jay, what if you and I are in the corner looking at this thing? So even that was sort of art and life as we were getting to know each other outside. We were kind of collaborating on set in that same way.
Oh, okay, so when you're reading the script and you're picturing the escape rooms, what was it like going to set and actually being there and participating in because that's a whole nother character in the movie?
Better than I could have imagined.
Yeah, those rooms were absolutely, and it was interesting. We shot the movie pretty much in order.
Yeah.
So some of those rooms were still being built while we were filming some of the previous rooms. So there were rooms that we didn't see until the weekend before we went in them.
Yeah.
Maybe a few days before we went in them. So we were like surprised every single time we walked into a room. We'd be like, oh, this is amazing. Next week, oh, this is amazing. Like every room,
Yeah, the scale of them was just incredible. Yeah. Sets always sort of feel a little small when you enter them, just because, I mean, they're bigger. Like a hospital room is always bigger than a real hospital room because they got to fit a camera in it. But it always feels a little like, oh yeah, we made this. But you really did walk in those sets and you were like, yeah, I'm in a waiting room.
Yeah. Especially the waiting room, the billiards room. The
waiting room felt very, you said it earlier, kind of very mundane. It felt very much like just a waiting room that you would see anywhere. And the way they lit it, that totally could have been daylight. You get lost.
Mark Spicer.
Yeah.
Our DP,
Spicy.
Mark Spicer. Yeah.
Well, thank you two so much for sitting down and talking to me. Like, the movie's a lot of fun. I had a great time watching it.
Thanks, Rick.
The movie's Escape Room. It comes out January 4th. I'm Rick Hong, and you've been watching Hollywood First Look Features.